Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to our very last day of the Live Launch Method Free Workshop. My name is Danielle. I'm the CMO at Kelly Roach Coaching. And today's last day, for those of you who have been following with us for like 374 days at this point, because we extended this one, this is our very last day of our Live Launch Workshop. This is the very last day to join us inside the Live Launch training system for only $24.97, which is your A to Z Live Launch training, where we have all these bonuses. I'm going to go into that later. But today I want to encourage you guys to close out any tabs that you have, because this is it. This is the final opportunity for you to learn about how to leverage the Live Launch method to scale your business in 2022. This is your final opportunity to join us inside our Live Launch training system, where you're going to learn everything you need to do A to Z. And I want you to leave this session with absolute clarity. And your clarity might be that this is not for you, that you are selling your offers like hotcakes. You do not need any help at all. You are hitting your financial goals. This is easy peasy and you are good to go. Or you're going to leave this session and you're going to say, I know that I want to accelerate my growth. I know that I could hit my goals faster. I know that there is more I could be doing if I just had the right strategies in place, and I'm ready to take that leap. So either way, I want you to jump off that fence you've been sitting on for at least 9 days now, and I want you to make a firm, confident decision. So if you are joining us, we've got people on YouTube, Facebook, all the places. I'd love for you to share where you're joining us from. And if you've already joined us inside the Live Launch training system, I'd love for you to share your experience, because we had people join as early as last Wednesday. Many of them have already gone through the content. They are literally blown away. We get comments every day. We started our first Q&A session yesterday. We did a bonus Live Launch structure session Tuesday. Lots of bonuses left. I'll go through all of that. But let me know if you're watching, where you're watching from. I love to shout you out, say, hey, Kevin, hey, Vicky, hey, Krista. Thanks so much for joining us. Okay, I'm going to dive right in because I have a massively packed session for you today. So you are not going to want to leave. I've got 2 incredible clients who've leveraged the Live Launch to scale their business. I'm going to share some tips that will help you skyrocket the success of your launch. And then obviously I'm going to go through everything you get inside the Live Launch training system, because it's your last chance. 5 p.m. Price goes up at 5. Bonuses go away at 5. So you're going to pay more. You're going to get less. This feels like a no-brainer to me, but if you still have questions, we're here to answer them. So before I do that, I want to bring on one of our incredible clients, Stacey. She has used the Live Launch method, Stacey, I don't know, maybe a year now, maybe longer. You can share your experience with us. Why don't you introduce yourself, tell us what you do, and then tell us how you've used the Live Launch method. Oh, we can't hear you. Or maybe I can't hear you.
Oh no, I'm all here. Faux pas of the mute button, right?
Oh, well.
I am, first off, I'm honored to be here. Danielle, thank you so much for reaching out and giving me the privilege of being able to come in here and talk to your tribe here. We have been tremendously blessed to have a partnership with the Kelly Roach Coaching Systems and the Live Launch Method. It has been just over a year. We have had such accelerated growth, and our company, we basically are a very strong faith-based consulting company. We work with elite coaches, CEOs, thought leaders, influencers, and we help them build a purpose-driven, highly profitable life, business, ministry, organization, nonprofit that they love, and one that doesn't force them to have to give up their faith or their freedom or their time with their family. And so we've been doing this for over 35 years, and we've helped build companies into the hundreds of millions, sales teams into the hundreds of thousands. We've worked with over 250,000 small businesses. And so we have a very robust background in what we do. Why we needed Kelly Roach Systems and why we needed the launch method was because we needed to figure out how to do it online. And we wanted to do it in a very different way than anyone else was doing it. We believed in service. We're very high touch, very involved with our clients. But most importantly, we had tried funnels, we had tried systems, we had gone through every kind of free course that, like, we were the free course library. We had all the free courses, and we had invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in training, trying to figure out how do we make the shift from what we do at a high level into the online world. And unfortunately, we just kept coming up with, I mean, we went back in the day when I was doing webinars and building huge companies, we had 2,000 people on our webinars. But there was a shift in the marketplace that no one had really figured out. There were a lot of people saying they knew how to launch online, but really we hadn't found the method to be able to make it happen for ourselves. We just wanted to duplicate someone that was working so that we could innovate it in our faith-based model. And I have to say, Danielle, and I know you've got a lot of people that are on the fence right now, when we signed up for the live launch method and we signed up for your mastery program, and we've continued to evolve through your ecosystem, in the very first month, not only did we pay for our entire investment, which at that time it was a lot higher than what you're asking here in the live launch method. Actually, it was 10x. We made that money back the first month. Actually, we made 10x that in our first month because we've had multiple six-figure launches over and over and over again. And so it not only changed the game for how we bring our service to the public, but it's now given us the opportunity to see so many lives change because we have a generosity system inside of what we do. Over 30% of what we do, we give back to our nonprofit, which is EM Women. We rescue and restore the lives of women and girls who've been in trafficking and domestic violence. And so I know this is about people learning about your program, but I want to take a second just to you and to Kelly and to the entire UE team. I just want to say thank you, because not only have you helped us figure out something we hadn't been able to figure out for a decade, we knew the shift needed to come to online modalities. 2020 made it a glaringly obvious that everyone should have an online launch of some sort, but how we did it to go from all those trials and what I wouldn't call them failures because I only think you fail if you stop, to finding your program, which was the big win, the big success for us to be able to be impacting so many women and girls and lives now across the world. It's really a blessing. And so I just want to say thank you.
Well, I obviously love to hear all this, because one of the things that I think is so important, we talk a lot about making money, and you're an entrepreneur, you want to make money, you teach people how to do that in their lives. Obviously, that's the point of business. We don't start businesses to just whittle money away. But at the heart of what you just shared and what so many of our clients are really about is they understand this bigger mission. And so all the live launch does is give them a bigger platform, a bigger microphone, a bigger opportunity to bring what they do, the transformative work they do, what they believe so wholeheartedly in, to the world. And I love that you articulated that in that way, because of course, six-figure launches are exciting and wonderful and amazing. But at the end of the day, what's behind that? It's all those people you bring into your ecosystem whose lives are now changed because they decided to work with you. So I absolutely love that. I have a couple questions I want to dig in, because we've got people brand new in business, and we've got people who are very established business owners. You guys were obviously established. You understood business offline. I do want to point out that you said, you tried a bunch of things. For those of you who you've done the funnels, you've done all these things, you're not crazy if it doesn't work. Like, I just want to kind of like validate the feeling of like, am I insane? Is something wrong with me? Successful, brilliant business people have tried those models and they didn't work. People with extensive business backgrounds. So can you share why you think the live launch was different from some of those things?
Absolutely. We were that. Even though we have scaled massive companies, there is a technique that's necessary to do it online. And the mastery behind the live launch method is not that you launch online, and it's not that you have a great product. There are a lot of great products that sit at Walmart and no one ever buys them. There's a lot of great products. There's a lot of great coaches, service based businesses. It's not that you're crazy or that your product isn't great. You just haven't landed the right method to be able to distribute your message to the masses. The live launch method for us is that method. We found that the difference was, it's not about the funnels. It's not about the copy, although that's important. You learn all that inside of the live launch method. You learn how to put all of the tools, the tactics in place. I mean, the checklists that are provided inside of this program, so that you don't have to think, oh, am I doing it right? I mean, it is step by step by step. I've told Kelly many times, I'm not looking to innovate or reinvent the wheel of your program. I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to draft. I don't care if you call me a copycat. The fact is, it's produced a multi-million-dollar business. And I would rather be a copycat and successful than to try to go out there and do another new thing. And so for us, it's very important, because our outcome is changed lives, rescued lives, people who are on the street, homeless. We do what we do on this method. We do it in order to engage what Kelly calls the conviction model, right? Our faith-based model is what gives us the opportunity, but we don't want to reinvent that. We don't have time, because we've got so many other things. I'm a mom. I run multiple businesses, a nonprofit organization. We've now, with the proceeds of what we've done here, we've been able to buy a 62-acre ranch. We've got multiple transitional houses now for these women. We've got a garden. We've got a massive, what we call the chicken castle, massive chicken coop, things that we are doing with the money from what we've gained out of this model. And I know there's a lot of people out there that say, I just, I don't want to just make money just to make money. I want to make a difference. I want to go from success to significance. This model has given us the platform to be able to do that. And so, in answer to your question, what makes it different? It's the details. It's how involved this is not a video program. This is not something that you're going to just jump in and not have the touch points. Inside the launch model, there's so many videos. There's so many touch points. You have so much accessibility through the community alone that you can tap in, ask a question, and you're going to see how fast, not only the team behind the live launch model, but all of the other CEOs, executives, and leaders that are building their business. You have so much support. So if you've ever felt like, yeah, I signed up for something, and I've done this. I mean, I've since signing up for this model, I thought, I'm going to sign up for this podcast model, and I'm going to sign up for this sales model. Not a single other program, even since being involved in the mastery and everything that you guys do, your I don't even know what you call it anymore. We're just all inside the ecosystem,
It's all up in
legacy
there.
and builders, and you'll find you could get started on this program, and you are going to want to do like us, up level, up level, up level. But here's what's beautiful is, once you're inside the family of what Kelly is doing and what Danielle is doing, you really don't have to look somewhere else. In fact, you'll find the more places you go, the more disappointed you'll be, because there's a lot of hype around the sales process, but not a lot of delivery behind the curtain. Here, I would say it's the opposite. Danielle cannot outsell this program. She can't out-talk it. I think of this morning, we did our staff call. We do it on Fridays. We call it our team huddle. And I asked them, I said, can you guys tell me, how is Danielle and Christina and the cohorts that you're in, how are they servicing you? And they know my vernacular, my language. They said, at the highest level. We're blown away every time we get access to them, whether it's in the community, whether it's in a cohort. So Danielle, I just can't speak more strongly on behalf of you guys, of your convictions, what you stand for, the level of service that you give. It's high tech, but it's also very high touch. And again, truly, truly grateful for what you're helping us do in the lives of so many people that are in need.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Stacey, so much. Obviously, we love having y'all in our ecosystem, because you get in there and you do the work. And I always want to be so clear with everyone. This is not a magic pill. It's not a magic button. You just all of a sudden become successful overnight. You guys took everything you learned. You did your reps. You've launched. How many times have you launched at this point?
I think it's about 10 launches.
Wow. Okay.
So I could be wrong. I'm not the numbers person. I'm the vision caster, but I would say we do it just like you say, every 6 to 8 weeks. We are consistent. And here's what I would also say for those of you, let me give you a little inside scoop on the inside of the programs, because while Kelly and Danielle and the entire team have their models and what they do for launching, I duplicate what they do. If they go up, I go up. If they pause, I pause. If they do 2 launches, I do 2 launches. It has worked seamlessly, not only to be inside the program, but to watch it live, that they are scaling. They made it to 8 figures. They're pushing towards 9 figures. If you're coming in right now and you haven't launched yet, You've got all the wisdom that they've put to do what they've done. They've really cracked the code on this thing. I would come in and I would just track right alongside of where they've been, where they're going, and I would draft, be innovative in your brand. We're innovative in that we are highly faith-based. We work with very elite CEOs and influencers, but but don't try to reinvent the wheel. Watch what they're doing because it's working.
Yeah, and I love that. And for those of you who are thinking, well, these are just videos and aren't they going to go out of date, because that's been their experience in a lot of places. Right. We update you consistently. So we'll give you our launch dates. We'll give you the new things that we learn. If we test something and it works, we'll tell you. If we test something and it doesn't work, we'll tell you that. There was a whole rage about a year ago with paid workshops and everybody freaking out about iOS and ads. And everyone's like, you got to do a paid workshop. We tested and tested and tested, and the results didn't come anywhere close to the free live launch. And so we told our clients, hey, there's a lot of hype around this out of fear. It doesn't work, but we're not just making that up. We said, okay, let's test our model in this way. And we were able to say, here's the results, that it's not going to be beneficial for your business. So you guys get all of that. You get us in the Facebook group. You get other people launching alongside of you, which I know has been great when you need help, when you have a question. It's great to not just have our team. It's great to have other people in there that you can ask questions to, because they're doing it right alongside of you. So you guys get that. You guys also there are 3 Q&A sessions left. So we did our first one yesterday, and I tell you, the people on that call in 10 minutes get so much clarity, because we do this all the time, right? So this is something we help people like Stacey help over 10 6-figure launches. We have people doing $1 million launches. We can do this in our sleep. We know how to do this. This is just easy for us because we're in it all day, not just for us. Yes, it's how this company was built to 8 figures, but it's not just us. It's entrepreneurs across the globe, across industries, doing all kinds of things that help us to help you when you have questions. So there's 3 more of those left. Stacey, what advice do you have someone? It's $24.97 right now. One-time payment. Right. Now, they get the live launch system. They get a bonus of how to create your high ticket offer, because a lot of people are coming in without that high ticket offer. They get our live launch copywriting section with that. And they get 3 more. We had 4. The first one was yesterday. They get 3 more Q&A sessions with myself and Kyrie from our team. $420 and $497. Price goes up today. Bonuses go away today. What advice do you have for people?
So this is called boom, right? Break out of mediocrity. Mediocrity would say, but it seems like so much money. Am I going to, what if I fail? What if I can't, make payment on something else later on this year? What if something happens with the economy? What if the political landscape shifts? What if you change your what ifs? What if it works? What if your first month you make your money back? What if this becomes the year that you've been praying for, believing for? What if you are able to turn your idea, your service, whatever it is that's in your heart, into an economic system that is making life better for many, where you can eventually live on 10% and be giving away 90? What if you moved from success to significance? I would say right now, get off your laurels, get off the what ifs that have been negative, and make that decision. Believe in yourself, believe in your product. I can tell you right now, without a shadow of a doubt, you will get your money's worth inside the program. Now, the question is, the only question comes back to the arrows pointing to you. Are you ready to do the work? Are you ready to step up and be teachable? If you're teachable, you will be able to do amazing things with just the fact of, the program itself. When you said you get all these other bonuses, I'm like shaking my head going, just that one bonus is worth that amount of money. You can make your money back. And I know these aren't promises, but I know what it worked for us with, and we paid 10 times that is the first month, because we took action. We didn't put it off. We didn't belabor. We took it. If you're willing to take action, I would say jump in and do it now.
Love that. Thank you so much, Stacey. I know you have many things to run and go handle, so we appreciate you so much. We appreciate you doing the work. We appreciate the way that you use all of the good that's come into your life to really, really make an impact. So thank you for joining me, and you have a great rest of your day.
Awesome. Thank you. Peace out.
Bye. All right, y'all. I'm going to bring another incredible client on. Her name is Deb, and she's actually one of our legacy builders. So she's actually at our 2-day in-person event. This is for businesses over 500K in their annual revenue. They're building teams, they're building systems. She is unbelievable, but she is taking a few minutes to chat with us. So thank you so much, Deb. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Danielle. And I've tried to find a quiet spot here in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida. So I know it's tough, but this is day 2. We've been spending with Kelly. And so I'm Deb Boulanger. I am a coach for women who are leaving corporate to take their expertise and package it into a coaching or consulting business. And the founder of the Launch Lab for Women Entrepreneurs, the Six Figure Accelerator, and the Life After Corporate podcast. And I joined Legacy Builders last December, so I'm just like 4 months in.
I'm muted. It's like a social I have. Tell me, Deb, a little bit about your experience with launching. What has that been like?
Yeah. So I had been in Kelly's circle for quite some time, and I had seen the live launch method. And to be absolutely honest, if there are people out there who are thinking, this is great for you, this is not going to work for me, that's kind of where I was. I was thinking that, I don't want to do anything that's cookie cutter and just is a heavy lift and doesn't deliver results. And what I learned in the program is that there's nothing cookie cutter here except an approach that you can incorporate into your marketing. You are authentically you. We did a live launch in March. So I joined in December. We did our first live launch in March. We nearly hit 6 figures in that first launch of only 100 people registered for the event. So to make nearly 100,000 with 100 people registered for the event was pretty extraordinary. And I just got to pour into my clients. I got to deliver great value, got to be with people in the live room. So the other thing about the live launch process is you get to deliver it in a way that feels authentic to you and authentic to your brand. And as I was thinking about it, first of all, I've sent many of my colleagues your way saying, this is an incredible opportunity at this price point. Oh my God, it's a no-brainer as far as return on advantage. But when I was thinking about why people might be hesitating to buy, just before hopping on here today, I thought, if you're sitting on the fence, I think there's one reason. And that is because you don't have the confidence to trust yourself that you will get the result, because it's not about the program. It really isn't. It's all about you having the confidence to do something that feels uncomfortable. And I'm speaking to all the introverts out there. So if you are uncomfortable in social media, you don't like to go live every 5 minutes, that's me. I am not someone who walks around with a cell phone in my hand. But when I released my own issues around courage and confidence and just trusted in the process, trusted in Danielle, trusted in Kelly, trusted in the team, said, let me give this a shot. Let me see what it looks like to show up 5 days in a row. And it was so much easier than I imagined it to be. People were engaged. And afterwards, people said, Deb, you were just loving on all of us. And I've never had the experience of getting on a strategy call and literally having someone like not even wanting me to talk, like, I'm in, I'm in, here's what I'm doing. And by the way, I was selling an $18,000 offer. So it's not like we were selling something that was at a low price point. This was a huge investment. Now, not everyone was ready for that. Some people dropped back to a lower end offer, but that was fine. Because for those who don't know you, to have that experience over this process shortens the sales cycle. It builds that know, like, and trust factor in a matter of days instead of months or maybe even years. So that was the biggest takeaway for me out of that first live launch. And we're going to rinse and repeat. We're going to do it again in May. And our goal is to get 200 people to register. We have a financial goal of 200,000 in that launch.
Amazing. And what I love is how you nailed it. It's not the system. If you haven't joined us yet at this price point, which is literally like astonishing, it's really not a question of whether this works. We brought on lots of clients. You've seen it work for us. You have seen the testimonials on the sales page. Clearly the process is proven, and it's proven for people across genres, people who teach people how to make money and people who teach people how to get their baby to sleep at night, and everything in between. So it works, but it's betting on yourself, right? Like you have to decide that your big business goals, your impact goals, the things that you look at and hold like in this esteemed position of one day I'm going to do it. You have to decide that you're willing to, number one, become the person who accomplishes those things. That means courage, exactly what you just said. Number two, be willing to just get in there and figure it out, which I know for some people, you like to have a perfect plan that's all clear. Listen, we're giving that to you. All you got to do is show up. It will be a little overwhelming if you're someone who doesn't like getting on camera, but how do you get over that? You practice. You do it over and over again. And that first launch, when you make that first sale, that one sale, for many of you, it will take one sale to make back your money. For Deb, her program was $18,000. It took her like a tenth of a sale to get back the 25. She would have not even had to make a whole sale. That is enough to build your confidence to take the next step, and then the next step, and then the next step. And so I love that you shared that. Deb, what advice do you have? I want to let you get back. I know that you're in the middle of the event, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. What advice do you have for people? We're closing, so we're not closing doors. 5 p.m. today. Price goes up $500. The bonus goes away. So we have a bonus right now that if they pay in full, they get our high ticket offer course, where you can actually basically just walk through exactly how to structure your high ticket offer from a course or one-on-ones, whatever that looks like for you. They get our live launch copywriting section. All of that's in there. And they get 3 weeks left of Q&A with myself and Kyrie on our team. That all goes away at 5 p.m. I know. What advice do you have for people?
The bonuses are worth the price of admission alone. The copywriting section. Now, I'm a good writer and I love to communicate, but that section alone brought me so much clarity in the launch. I think the other thing is that you guys are so generous. You are so generous. Like you get so much more than you think you're going to receive in this process. So, you know, it's not a question. It's really not a question. If you're questioning it at this stage, then as I said, it's a mindset issue. It's not a product issue. It's not an investment issue. It's not a money issue. You know, anyone can find a resource to come up with $2,500. I mean, it's not a heavy lift.
Payment plan's $897 to get started.
You know, so it's not a cost issue. It's not a value issue. You have heard from enough of us who have invested so much more than this and have received absolutely a 10x return on our investment so far in what we've done. So it's a mindset issue. So I need to ask you, and this is something that when I first launched my business, I had a Post-it note over my desk. How much do you really want it? And how uncomfortable are you willing to be in order to get it? And no matter what your belief system is, you know, whether you're trusting in God, trusting in the universe, trusting in yourself, it takes trust to be a business owner. And if you don't have that trust, and if you don't have that belief, and if you can't step into the mindset of a CEO who invests in her business or his business in order to get that return, then maybe you question entrepreneurship altogether. So I don't see that it's a cost issue. I don't see it's a quality issue. I see it as being a mindset issue. And so those are the questions that I would ask myself if I were in your shoes and I was still on the fence.
Gosh, thank you so much, Deb. I appreciate you joining us. And again, like I told Stacey, we give you the strategy, we give you all the frameworks, we give you the support, but you're the one who did the work. You're the one who shows up. You're the one who courageously decided you were going to do more. So thank you for being part of what we do. Thank you for doing the work. Thank you for believing in your vision enough to bet on yourself. So I'm gonna let you get back to builders, but we so appreciate you. And I hope you have an incredible rest of your time there in Delray.
Thanks, Danielle. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to be on for about 15 more minutes. I'm going to talk to you about the live launch product and everything that you get inside. But here's the deal. I want you to go ahead and make a decision right now that by the time this stream is over, you are going to either join us inside or you're just going to say, nope, I am good where I am. I am going to grow my business on my own without this help and support. Here's what Tracy just said. I bought 2 days ago and finally have found the program that works for even my crazy scenario. Play big. You're losing more by not jumping now. Your gut is right. Jump. And again, we have tons of people who've already joined us. Some as early as last Wednesday, and they are already through half of the trainings. They've done 2 bonus sessions with us. They are already getting support. They're niching down. They're getting clarity on the structure of their launch. They are already working on generating leads right now. And if you are joining us live, we have a lead generation co-working session that is coming up next week. And I am going to gift it to you if you join live while we are on right now. And Mary, I saw that you did. So I am going to give you this bonus because one of the main reasons launches don't work, I talked about this yesterday, is you don't have enough leads. You don't have enough people watching them, right? And all other launch strategies teach you to basically build this funnel, put this webinar together, and they don't ever teach you how to get people to your launch. We want you to have people at your launch. So whether you are at a point in your business where you're investing in ads or you're doing this organically, we are going to give you strategies for both paid and organic to fill your launches. So if you are someone who wants to launch in the next 4 to 6 weeks, which all of you should be, every single one of you should be launching the next 4 to 6 weeks, you are going to need to generate leads for that launch. We are hosting a session where our team, Krista, who does the lead generation for our launches, she's the person who's behind our social media. She does all of that for us. She is literally going to walk you through lead generation, exactly how we do it. And you're going to actually spend time during that session doing lead generation. The goal is that you'll have people sign up for your launch, for your workshop during that session. So you're already getting started on that work. And then on the back end of that, we have a 300 leads in 30 days PDF, 300 leads in 30 days. Here's the deal. 1 action a day. It is 1 PDF. You can print it out. It is so simple. It is so easy. 1 action every day for 30 days to help you generate the leads that you need for your launch. So if you join us live, let me know, and I am going to gift you that bonus session. That is, I believe it's next Thursday or next Wednesday. Krista, if you can let me know. I don't remember which day it is, but it's sometime next week. We also have our Q&A session 2 next week. So Q&A session 2 is next week as well. We met with all of our people yesterday, and I kid you not, they left there with so much clarity. It is open to everyone who joins before 5 p.m. Today, and you just get to ask me and Kyrie, who have coached hundreds of entrepreneurs through their launches. You get to ask us whatever question you want about lead generation, launching, how to structure your days, how to flip to your pitch. Maybe you want to ask us questions about your pricing. Yesterday, we had a great conversation about what if you have a program that isn't always enrolling, like there's a start and a stop date? How do you use that with launching? You can ask us questions about your launch team. We talked about that yesterday on the call. We were talking about launch ads yesterday, organic outreach. We covered it all because we answer your questions. We give you feedback on your launch. There are only 3 of those left. There are only 3 of those left, and you only get access to those if you buy today before 5 p.m. because that bonus goes away if you buy after 5 p.m. today. You also, so you get our A to Z live launch section training. People are always like, what does that mean? We literally walk you through how to choose, how to structure your launch, how to fill your launch, how to track the numbers in your launch. We walk you through connect calls to nurture people. We walk you through consult calls, which are sales calls. We have our own proven framework called the One Conversation Close. We walk you through how to use that. We walk you through what team members you need involved in your launches. And we do this for people at super high levels. Maybe you got a $5 million business. We have people using it at $5 million. And we do it for people who might be solopreneurs. They're starting on their own. So we give you strategies for both. If you're doing it by yourself, if you're just starting out, or if you've got a full team and you're already rocking and rolling. We also do this for whether you've got a high ticket offer or a low ticket offer. So I see, how can live launches work for high ticket services? Parshell, we have used the live launch for about 3 years now, and our program that we used it for was $30,000 a year, or $27,000 if they paid in full. So we have used this for a high ticket offer for the last 3 years. In fact, that's where most of our testing ground was. We have done multi-million-dollar launches with this method with our high ticket offer. And Deb, I don't know if you saw Deb, who was just here a little earlier, Parshell, but her offer is $18,000, and she did a almost six-figure launch last month with an $18,000 offer. So this method is amazing for high ticket offers. In fact, it's one of the simplest, easiest ways to build trust quickly so that people are willing to make a high ticket purchase. But if you have a lower ticket offer, you can also use it for that. We're obviously using this as well for this offer, right? So we actually, in the live launch training system, teach you both how to use it for a high ticket offer over 10,000 and how to use it for an offer under 10,000. There's a slightly different approach and nuance. Yay, Rachel. I'm so excited for you, Rachel. Rachel just joined us. So we do help with that as well. High ticket versus low ticket. So there's a slight, like I said, there's some nuances between them, but they're basically the same approach. Thanks for joining us, Rachel. We're so excited. So you get our A to Z system. You also get our live launch copywriting bonus, which I'll be honest, I was a copywriter. I had a business doing copywriting, and I think most people should not do their own copywriting. However, we know that it trips a lot of people up. Hang on, y'all. This copywriting in general, landing pages, sales pages, it keeps people from launching because they're so stressed and overwhelmed about it. So we have brought in a brilliant copywriter who is walking you through everything. She's giving you templates, frameworks, examples, all the things you need. It is so simple to just use what we teach, adapt it to your own business. So you're getting that as a bonus. We know many of you, maybe you have a course, maybe you have one-to-one services and you want to turn them into a high ticket offer. Our pay in full bonus is actually going to walk you through how to take whatever you have and turn it into something you can charge high ticket for, so that you don't need to make millions of sales to hit your goals. You only need to make a handful every month to actually hit your goals. Now, for many of you, after you walk through this training system, you're going to sell one, you're going to have to make one sale to make back your investment in this. At $24.97, many of you will make one sale to recover your investment in this program. Totally worth it, right? I feel pretty confident that you can get in there and make one sale. So we're going to give to you that as well. And then we know that questions come up as you're going through all of the content. We know that you're going to have questions as things change online. You know, they always do. We know that you are going to have tons and tons of questions. So we have two mechanisms by which you can ask that. We have a Facebook group that's dedicated to everyone who purchases product, and you are able to ask any of your questions in there. But then we've got 3 Q&A sessions left where myself and one of our most incredible advisors, she is a massive genius at structuring launches, helping clients do launches. She's literally helped people do $1 million launches. She's brilliant. She and I are going to be answering all of your questions in 3 specific trainings, Q&A sessions where we just answer questions. So those are the 2 ways by which you can get your questions answered. Parshell says, I'm coming from an agency background and curious how this works. Let me tell you. So I'm going to give you 2 examples. So the first example is Jess and Margie, they co-own a company called Interview Connections, which is a podcast booking agency. And Jess actually did a testimonial a little while back. So Parshell, maybe a member of the team can drop that for Parshell. But basically they do a launch and they enroll people into a one-on-one done for you service, which is a year long of podcast bookings. And there's some coaching in that, but it's mostly like, we're going to get you on podcasts, basically. So there's a booking agent that they work with, and they're basically enrolling people into a one-on-one done for you service. They have used this to double their multi-million-dollar revenue over and over again. They've launched bajillions of times. They have followed the cycles. They have been so faithful, and they have definitely reaped the rewards of that. I think that she said almost all of her launches were over 6 figures every time they did a launch. So, and again, that's super high ticket. I don't know what their price point is now, but I know that it's a high ticket price point. It's definitely over 10K. I want to say it's in the 15 to 20K range, but I'm not 100% sure. So that's one example. Prior to working for this company, I was a copywriter with a copywriting agency, and I did not love copywriting, which you can see where the struggle would be. But I thought, I want to just test this. I want to see if this works for a business like mine. And so I actually did this. It was about 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. And I didn't have a team in place, and I just did it super haphazardly, went live, sold, had some conversations in the DMs, and I actually had to cut off my sales because I couldn't deliver. I had so many people come to me, and I was selling retainer packages for content writing. So done for you service again. So similar to an agency kind of background. So you can absolutely use this for your agency services, even if they are high ticket. My price point was $2,000 a month. And so absolutely doable. So hope that answers your questions. If you're joining us live, don't forget, you get to join us in that live co-working session next week, where Krista from our team, she's the person who generates leads organically for our team. She is going to be walking you through how to generate leads for your launches. And she's going to give you an opportunity, she's not just teaching, she's not just spouting material. She's going to give you an action. You're going to take the action. So in that 90-minute period, you are literally implementing what we teach. You will leave that session having done all the work to generate leads. Then we're giving you our simple PDF. It is so simple. People want to make lead generation this insanely complicated, overwhelming thing. It does not have to be. We're going to give you our 300 leads in 30 days challenge. It is a PDF. It's so simple. It is 1 action a day to generate leads for your business. We want you to fill your launches. So we're making it as easy as possible. So if you join while I'm live, I'm going to be live for another 7 minutes. If you join while we're live, I'm going to give you that bonus for free. Gabrielle said, join. She joined us earlier this week. So obviously you can see people who joined us earlier this week. They are super happy, inside the program, inside the offer. Again, our team is in there answering your questions on Facebook. We are there answering your questions on our live Q&A calls. We have 3 of those left. You will still get the bonus. I need everyone to pay really close attention. Let's lean in for a second. Today at 5 p.m., we're raising the price $500, and we're taking away the bonuses. So you will pay more to get less, which seems crazy to me. So if I were you, because I like to pay less and get more, I would go ahead and just join now. You can literally get immediate access. So as soon as you sign up, you get instant access to the portal. It'll be an email that comes straight to you. You'll be able to start watching those videos today. You can get in that Facebook group. You can start asking questions today. So I'd love for you guys to get in so you can get more and pay less. Smart deal. Because we're raising the price at 5 p.m. That's 5 p.m. Eastern. So all my West Coast friends, sorry about that, but it's 5 p.m. Eastern. I don't want you to miss out on this deal. Parshell says, awesome. I have a course creation service for authors to help them get more bang. This is really, really, really going to be beneficial for you then, Parshell. Like, this is a great, great way to get in front of those people. I already have ideas that you could use for your workshop. So I hope that you will join us live so that you can get on this Q&A session because I'd love to chat with you. I think this is a super easy, seamless transition for you to leverage this method. And one thing we talked about yesterday on our Q&A call with clients is if you have a client, if you're getting clients one-on-one, in a way that's working, we don't want you to stop that. We want you to keep doing that. We just want you to add on the live launch method to accelerate the growth. We want you to be able to speed up the process because when you're selling one-to-one, it slows things down, right? You're always going to be capped by time. We want you to be able to enroll clients into your offers, whether it's a group program, a one-on-one program, or a done-for-you service. We want you to enroll clients into your offers dozens at a time. We want you to make six-figure leaps every month because that's how you scale rapidly. And here's the deal. This method has been successful across industries. We have people teaching real estate. We have clinicians. We have people with life coach certifications. We have author coaches. We have people who have used this to build their MLM teams. We have people who have used this to teach profit first. We have people who've used this in so many industries, spiritual healing, energetics, tons of health and wellness. Like the list goes on and on and on. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, and I love that Deb said this, we've given you a lot of proof that this method works. You have to bet on yourself. And this is a pretty low risk bet. Our next level program is $30,000 a year. You're getting this method that has literally made us over $10 million a year for $24.97. One payment of $24.97. And then you're getting all those bonuses. That copywriting bonus, we could charge $3,000 for that bonus alone. The high ticket offer bonus, we could charge $5,000 for that offer alone. The Q&A sessions with me and Kyrie, we could easily charge $1,500 a session for those. You're getting all of that free inside the member site or inside the live launch training system. It's not all inside the member site because live Q&A calls are on Zoom. But you're getting all of that with this offer at $24.97. The price goes up at 5 p.m. We're raising it to $29.97. I'm taking away that high ticket offer bonus, I'm taking out that copywriting. You're going to have to pay extra for that next time. So now's the time. It is 12:48 Eastern. So that means you have just over 4 hours. I want to see you in there. Yay, Nancy is in. I am so excited for you, Nancy. Here's the deal. I want to see you on the Q&A call with me next week. I want to literally help you structure, plan your launch. I want to help you map out exactly what you're going to accomplish this year. You have time. If you join today, you have time to do probably 4 to 5 launches this year. 4 to 5 launches. Imagine the revenue leaps you could make in 4 to 5 launches. And the beauty of what you teach is you will create your launch one time. You're not going to have to recreate this. We don't make up new launches every time we launch. We do the same launch. We did the same launch over and over and over again for 3 years. Kelly used her notes from like literally 2 years ago. Same workbook, everything. So you're not going to have to worry about a new launch, a new approach, a new messaging model. You're literally just going to rinse, repeat, and refine every single launch. And why is that so important? Because at the end of the day, you can't master something you do once or twice a year. And all of the launch gurus in the online marketing world, they teach you how to do these launch strategies and then you create it once. It takes like 100 years to create and a lot of money. And no one tells you that. They say, just buy my course on how to make a course for $3,000 and I'll teach you everything. And then they don't tell you that to really do that, you need to spend thousands of dollars on ads if you want to fill that launch. They don't tell you that part when you're buying it. But what happens is you do those launches one time and then you redo them, right? Like you kind of throw out the launch and then you start over again. And at the end of the day, you never master anything, right? Like you never get really good because you aren't practicing. That's what makes our clients so successful. It's not as sexy to market that, right? It's not like, oh, guys, I can't wait for you to get in here and practice with us. But at the end of the day, I can't wait for you to get in here and practice with us, because you doing the reps is what's going to make your launches exceptional. You doing this over and over again is what's going to make selling easy. You doing this over and over again is what's going to accelerate the growth of your business. And nobody wants to talk to you about that because that's not an easy thing to sell. But let's think about this in every other realm, right? If you're an athlete, did you just wake up one day and you were all of a sudden amazing? I was a gymnast. I cannot tell you how many hours I spent in the gym, how many times I busted my face trying a new skill. You know what? You never learn a new gymnastic skill by doing it once. It takes hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of reps before you can get even remotely good at it. But guess what? Once you get good at it, it's muscle memory. I'm old. I'm real old right now, but I can still do some stuff because my body is just muscle memory. I did so many cartwheels, handstands, back handsprings. I could do them in my sleep, even 20 years later, because of that muscle memory. That's what we want you to feel when you launch. Of course, your first launch, you're gonna be nervous. You're gonna forget stuff. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, it wasn't that good. I don't know what happened. It's calling. And then all of a sudden people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for this. They're gonna get on the phone with you exactly like Deb said. And they're gonna say, here's my money. And you're gonna say, oh my gosh, it's gonna give you a little boost of confidence. And then you're gonna do it again. And guess what? You're gonna remember a little bit more of your launch. You're gonna show up a little more confidently. You're gonna nail that pitch a little bit more. And you're gonna do it again. And then you're gonna remember even more and get more confident and see more sales come in. The power of how we teach you to launch is not just in the psychological foundation, right? We teach you how to build trust, which is critical for sales, especially in the online world where everyone's skeptical. Not only do we teach you the buying triggers of your people, how to understand, how to do market research. Not only do we teach you how to effectively sell in a language that makes sense for your people, but we give you the opportunity to launch cycle so that you build muscle memory, so that you master what's going on, and so that you can skyrocket your success. So at the end of the day, you're going to either decide to keep struggling on your own. You're going to keep free downloading it to what you think is massive success, only to find yourself really frustrated. Because when you do that, there is no comprehensive strategy in place. There's no place to go to ask questions. When you take a freebie here, a download there, a $27 course here, you're putting together usually competing strategies. There's no real foundation to it. And you don't see the types of success that you want because it's not designed to do that. It's designed to get you to go back and buy more. That's what those things are designed for. We want to give you a comprehensive strategy. Part of our bonus, part of our high ticket offer bonus is our 6 steps to clarity. We want you to decide your business goals and how you're going to build your business on your terms. It doesn't have to look like our business. It can be wildly different. We want you to learn how to make the decisions of the most successful business owners on the planet, because that's how you grow businesses that you don't resent. That's how you grow businesses that you love. So at the end of the day, it's time to stop downloading your way into success. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You heard it from Stacy. Stacy and her husband literally work with billion-dollar companies. Like, they are massively successful. Like, she was very humble, but her success is off the charts in the offline world. And she told you, I came into this and tried everything and it didn't work until the live launch. So imagine being a newbie and not having to struggle through all that stuff, not wasting your thousands of dollars, not wasting your hundreds of hours, and just coming in and learning a strategy that works with a community that supports you for $24.97 one time. Y'all can do this. I know There are people here who believe in what they do. They believe in their transformation, the transformation they provide, and they are passionate about bringing their services to the world. All we want to do is give you a mechanism to do that. And that's all this is. Can we guarantee that it will 100,000% work? No, because we don't live with you. We don't know if you're even going to watch the videos. We don't know if you're even going to show up to the Q&A calls. We don't know if you're even going to launch. But what I can tell you is that our clients who do this, who commit to launching 6 to 8 times a year, who commit to getting better, who commit to doing the work to generate the leads, they are successful. They are successful. And so we want to encourage you on that journey. I'm going to hop off. You've got 5 minutes to get this last bonus. Jackie, yay. We are so excited to have you inside. I'm giving you this last opportunity to get this bonus. It is our lead generation co-working session. It is led by Krista, who does lead generation for our company. Here's the deal. We run an 8-figure company, thousands and thousands of dollars in ads. We still do organic lead generation. There will never be a time in our world where we stop organic lead generation. Why? Because ad platforms are fickle. They can change their mind. They can work one day. They cannot work another day. We will never, ever stop diversifying our lead generation efforts. And so everything we do, we're going to teach you. Like, we're literally not holding anything back. We are pulling back the curtain saying, this is how we did it. We're going to give you a session with Krista, who does this for us. She is going to walk you through exactly how to generate leads. And then she's going to give you an opportunity. She's going to say, okay, I want you to go post this. She's going to give you the language. And then she's going to say, go do it. She can turn on some music. I don't know if she's going to turn on music, but maybe she'll turn on some music. And you're going to get to work. So by the end of that 90-minute session, you will have already done work to generate leads. And then at the very end of that session, she's going to give you our 300 leads in 30 days PDF, which means you will have one action every day for 30 days. It is so simple. You can literally print it out, put it on your board in front of you, put it on your desk beside you, do that one action every day to generate leads for your launch. So we are doing everything in our power to give you every tool we have to help you be successful. Krista is brilliant. She will be there live to ask questions. You will have that opportunity to work with her. I might even get our other girl who does lead generation on here, Christina, who is an actual genius beast in the best way when it comes to finding your ideal clients and getting them in conversations with you. I might see if I can rope her into that session and get her on there answering questions for y'all. But at the end of the day, our goal is your success. We gain nothing by you not being successful. We know the power of this method. We have not only used it ourselves to go from 7 to 8 figures, but our clients, we've had hundreds of clients use this method to scale their business over and over again. We've had old clients do it. We've had new clients do it. It clearly is a method that works, and we want to give it to you. We want to make it accessible to more people. So you've got 2 minutes to join to get that lead generation co-working session. Head on over to the live launch, it's hard to type.com. You can get everything that I'm talking about. You can read about it there. Join us live. I want to see you inside. I want to see you on the Q&A calls next week. Thank you guys for hanging out with us this week. Just a reminder, today after 5 o'clock Eastern, the price increases by $500. Do not miss this opportunity. I want to see you guys inside. Everyone have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.